this is going to hit a little close to home for some nerds out there. You have no ownership over any of the characters that you love, nor do you have the right to feel any sense of entitlement to them.
It's true.
The creators of the content that you consume owe you nothing. You did not grant them their success. They created something you enjoyed. You started reading it. And even after you've stopped enjoying it, they don't owe you the story you want. They're telling the story they're telling. Now, if that alienates a large enough portion of people that, it results in the failure of what they're creating, so be it.
Right.
But the people consuming the product still have no right to demand the story they want told. This is something that I've actually thought a great deal about as someone who wants to create for a living. Because I have really specific stories I want to tell. And I am anticipating that, like, when I go in certain directions, some people will be upset with it. And, I have to make peace with that idea because, I am anticipating the potential for people to try to demand that the story go the way they want it to go. But you have to remember, creators, like I said, they don't owe you the story you want told.
Right. Yeah.
How I'm trying to think of a right. You didn't grant them success out of the goodness of your heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people, whenever someone says that, like, well, it's their story and they're telling it the way they want, a big response is like, yeah, but the fans gave them the success to get this far, so they owe it to the fans to give them what they want. You did not give them that success. They earned the success from you, from the merit of their work, and you enjoyed it. And
you've enjoyed that work up until this point.
What's that?
I was saying they've enjoyed that work up until this point. This one thing they disagree with.
Exactly. You rewarded them the success that they earned from you as someone who enjoyed it. Now, again, if you're not enjoying it anymore, stop rewarding them the success. That's the vote with your wallet part that a lot of these butthurt babies like to say is supposed to work until they do vote with their wallet and things continue along the trends that they didn't like, thus demonstrating their insignificance in the face of something they used to enjoy changing. It, like, nothing is going to hurt a nerd's pride more than them stopping indulging in a thing they loved, and then the thing continues on just fine without them, because it makes them realize that they weren't a part of it, and they have no ownership over it, and it was never truly theirs.
That's true.
So yeah, give up on the idea that you're entitled to your entertainment appealing to you, and I'm not trying to and again, these are the kinds of nerds who complain about pandering, but they're the ones demanding pandering the loudest.
Yeah. And the thing is, like if the story you're loving shifts a way that you disagree with, or you don't like, or you just hate, where it's like, no, I saw it going this way or whatever. I'm not trying to speak of a place of privilege or anything. I'm not at all. Like, in terms of me making comics, I work hard to save that money. Like, I'm paying out of pocket. What I'm getting at is, if there's something you disagree with, make you a comic. Yes, it can't be that exact character. It can't be Batman or whatever. Make your own. It doesn't even have to be a comic. Write you a story. Write fan fiction or whatever. That is basically, hey, this happened. This is my story, and this happened.
Yeah, write stories of Batfellow.
Yeah.
And Bird Boy, and tell those stories. Tell the Batman stories that you think should have been told with Batman knockoff characters. That's perfectly legal as long as he's distinct enough.
The reason I mentioned that is that's how a lot of indie comics, not saying all indie comics, but a lot of indie comics come out that way, where it's I've wanted to see this character do this, but they never did. So now I'm going to make my own character that's similar to them, and they're going to do this thing I've never seen them do. Or it could literally be a story beat, a story arc that happens, that something happens in the real Marvel, DC, Image, whatever comic that you strongly disagree with and you thought it should have went a different route. So then you're like, I'm going to make a comic that is a character that's similar like this, but instead it goes this direction.
Yeah.
You can do that. And I understand comics cost a lot to make. Like they do. I save up for them. It can be a pain in the butt, but if you like it enough, if you want to do it enough, you'll do it. Let's say if you're still like the money thing is a big thing, for your satisfaction, you can simply just write it. Like for your satisfaction, you can write it. You know what that costs? That costs nothing. You likely have a phone or a laptop. You can just write it. That costs you nothing.
Yeah. Like just to satisfy your desire for how the story could have gone. And you know what? Like again, if you make like original characters out of it, like post it online somewhere, start a blog or something.
Yeah.
And like see if other people agree with you, and that can lead to success too. But yeah, like, because you don't have to sit in your dissatisfaction with the direction that the characters you care about are going. You just need to understand that there's nothing you can do to change like the story as it's happening. Like your voice is insignificant. Not enough people agree with you.
Yeah.
To make things change as they are, like in the comics.